The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason is a timeless classic on personal finance. Published in 1926, the book teaches everlasting principles of wealth accumulation, management, and preservation through a series of stories and parables set in ancient Babylon. Babylon was considered the wealthiest city in history, and the author Clason attributes this to the sound financial principles adopted by its citizens. The central character of the book is Arkad, the richest man in Babylon. The story begins with two of Arkad's childhood friends, Bansir, a chariot builder, and Kobi, a musician, approaching Arkad to complain about why they remain poor despite working hard, while Arkad has become so wealthy. Arkad reveals the secret of his wealth, which he learned from a rich moneylender. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. This principle is the foundation of all the teachings in the book. Arkad teaches these secrets to his friends and a larger assembly of citizens in the form of two main lessons: the 7 cures for a lean purse and the 5 laws of gold. The 7 cures for a lean purse. These 7 rules provide a solid action plan for anyone to move from poverty to becoming wealthy. 1. Start thy purse to fattening. This is the most crucial lesson. Save at least 10% of all you earn for yourself. Core mantra: for every 10 coins thou placest within thy purse, take out for use but 9. Arkad explains that this not only physically fattens your purse but also instills a sense of self-respect and financial independence in your mind. This 10% is the seed from which your future wealth tree will grow. 2. Control thy expenditures. Under this rule, Arkad emphasizes creating a budget and distinguishing between necessary expenses and desires. The warning of lifestyle creep: what each of us calls our necessary expenses will always grow to equal our incomes unless we protest to the contrary. This is known as lifestyle inflation. You must make a list of your desires and choose only those things that are most essential, staying within 90% of your income. This gives you control over your spending habits. 3. Make thy gold multiply. Saving is just the start. True wealth comes from investing. The power of compound interest. Arkad explains that the earnings, interest or profit from your investments must be reinvested. Learn to make your treasure work for you. Make it your slave. Make its children and its children's children work for you. Invested money acts like tireless servants who earn wealth for you even while you sleep. 4. Guard thy treasures from loss. Earning wealth is an art, but preserving it is an even greater art. Invest wisely. Before investing, ensure that your principal is safe. Never invest in unproven or unreliable schemes. Arkad narrates an instance of his own failed investment, where he gave money to a man who was supposed to invest in jewels, but the man turned out to be a swindler. The lesson: seek advice only from people whose own experience has been successful. 5. Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. A person should purchase their own home rather than wasting money on rent. Benefit of ownership. When you buy your own home, you are converting your expenditure into an asset. Your family feels secure and it encourages saving, as home ownership increases self-respect. 6. Ensure a future income. Along with present prosperity, it is essential to prepare for the future. Security for old age and family. Ensure sufficient money or investments for when you are unable to work. This includes building a retirement fund and taking out adequate insurance for your dependents. 7. Increase thy ability to earn. The greatest investment is investing in yourself. Knowledge and skills. Continuously improve your craft or trade. The more wisdom we possess, the more we may earn. Willpower and determination. Arkad stresses that wealth is a result of consistent effort. Discipline and persistence are necessary to fulfill your goals. 2. The 5 laws of gold. This chapter explains how to respect wealth and how to grow it securely. The first law: gold cometh gladly and in increasing quantity to any man who will put by not less than 1/10 of his earnings to create an estate for his future and that of his family. This reiterates the first of the 7 cures, emphasizing its importance. The second law: gold laboreth diligently and contentedly for the wise owner who finds for it profitable employment, multiplying even as the flocks of the field. This stresses the necessity of investment and compound interest. The third law, gold clingeth to the protection of the cautious owner, who invests it under the advice of men wise in its handling. This advises always to seek counsel from experts before investing and to not make hasty decisions. The fourth law, gold slippeth away from the man who invests it in purposes wherewith he is not familiar, or which are not approved by those who understand its safeguarding. This warns against investing in unfamiliar industries and schemes. Stay within your circle of competence. The fifth law, gold fleeth the man who would force it to impossible earnings, or who followeth the alluring advice of tricksters and schemers, or who trusts it to his own inexperience and romantic desires in investment. This is the biggest warning against unrealistic expectations and greed, which often lead to financial ruin. 3. Freedom from debt, the clay tablets from Babylon. Another significant story in the book is that of Dabasir, a camel trader who is burdened by heavy debt. He creates a plan to get out of debt. 1. To spend 70% of his income on supporting his family. 2. To allocate 20% of his income to slowly repay his creditors. 3. To set aside 10% of his income for his future savings and investment. This 70-20-10 rule provides a practical way to deal with debt while simultaneously building wealth. Conclusion. The Richest Man in Babylon is a financial guide that proves the path to wealth is not a secret, but is based on simple practical principles. Savings. Save a portion of your earnings. Budgeting. Control your expenses. Investing. Put your money to work wisely. Protection. Guard your investments against loss. Self-improvement. Continuously increase your earning ability. These parables demonstrate that true wealth comes gradually and with definite purpose, not through any quick scheme or reliance on luck.